Hello, Six Flags fans. Lori and Drew here. In this video, we're going to do a full walking tour of Six Flags St. Louis.
I grew up here. I moved away for a long time. This is where we live now. We thought we should give some love to our hometown theme park.
Yep. So it is late May. Summer is just getting its start.
Here in the Midwest, theme parks don't stay open all year round, so this is the beginning of their season.
We're going to go all the way through the park. We're going to take a peek at every major ride and attraction. So join us for this full walkthrough of Six Flags St. Louis. Oh, let's go!
Well, all right, here we go.
Starting at the beginning, you notice that there's like often a fountain at the beginning?
People like fountains, have you noticed that?
Yeah, water features.
Yeah.
All right, so tonight we're here for, let's take a peek at this. The Six Flags Power Hours, oh, it's a special preview of the Catwoman Whip, which is for Season Pass and Legacy members only. I don't think we're either one of those things.
We are neither.
That's like the new hotness here at Six Flags, right?
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to getting a look at it.
Is Catwoman Whip, is that like a Dole Whip?
Yeah, it's a little furrier.
This is the entrance to Hurricane Harbor.
Yeah.
Not open yet.
No, it's got to be opening soon. In fact, I believe it's opening this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend, and here in the Midwest, that marks the official start of summertime.
Yeah, it's like the kickoff.
Oh, the original funnel cakes since 1904. St. Louis, really? Do we actually own the funnel cakes? I feel like...
Well, this area of the park was originally called World's Fair. So
yeah.
Six Flags over St. Louis. The Six Flags were for the 6 different like countries or regions that had influence over this area of the Midwest, like this area specifically. And one of them was the 1904 World's Fair, which was held in St. Louis. And so what they tried to do is they have like food booths that are supposed to be the foods that were at the 1904 World's Fair. So I don't know like how much they've continued that to present day, but like I think that was originally the idea.
Well, I'll tell you what, the World's Fair here in St. Louis we are not letting go of that one.
No.
Like it's been 118 years at this point, but St. Louis will regularly remind you that they hosted the World's Fair.
Yeah, you would think that it just happened.
So yeah, so I grew up here in St. Louis, and that means I grew up going to Six Flags.
So this is like your home theme park, sort of.
Yeah, and I thought it was a pretty big deal that I grew up in a city with a theme park. Man, I'll tell you what, they are not paved for wheelchairs the way Disney parks are.
This is a little, there's kind of like some
precarious
divots and things in the ground.
And if I get a little huffy back here, it's because
we just went up a hill.
There are hills, yeah. So here we are, we're at Gotham City Park. This is Batman the Ride. I mentioned growing up here because this is not by any stretch of the imagination a new ride.
No.
But I vividly remember it opening when I was a kid, and that was such a big deal.
Do you know what year? Like, can you remember other things that happened that year?
I'd have to look it up, but I was probably early teens. So my guess would be early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I rode it when it was new also. In fact, that was the one and only time that I ever went up inside the Gateway Arch here in St. Louis. I grew up in Kansas City, and I took a trip to St. Louis, just a road trip when I was a teenager with some friends. And we came to Six Flags, and we went to the Arch. And maybe it was 2 different trips, maybe I'm confusing trips, but they happened around the same time of my life.
Those formative teen years.
Yeah. Batman was new at the time. I do remember that.
Yep. It's a great ride. I rode it only a few years ago just to see like, I remember this being great. Is it great? It is really fun.
I remember that it was like one of the first like hanging roller coasters.
I'm going to stop criticizing the wheelchair because I've been pushing it with the brakes on.
Oh, okay. So things are about to get way easier now that the wheelchair brakes are off.
Way easier. So this store back here.
Yeah.
Fun fact about this store.
Yeah.
This is where I used to buy my Guns N' Roses posters when I was, I'd say we're talking 2nd to 5th grade.
I think this is the studio backlot store. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I see they still sell posters to this day. I wonder if they still sell Guns N' Roses posters.
I bet there's a Guns N' Roses poster in there. All right, so a lot of like DC comic stuff
Oh, sure.
happening around here.
Yeah, and they do have a roster of entertainment when they're in full swing for the summer, but they are still clearly staffing up, like right here on the sign. They
Yeah.
are clearly still hiring. I went to see if they had an entertainment schedule today, and no, they really don't. But they do remind you that they're hiring for performers right now.
When I was doing research,
For your thesis on Six Flags St. Louis.
when I was reading about Six Flags in preparation to come here tonight, I read that in 2021 they had to rotate the rides through. Like they couldn't operate at full capacity because of employees. They just didn't have enough people.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a really seasonal employment opportunity. Does not look like the Joker is running tonight, but yeah, when I came here as a kid, this was just one of your standard boats, you know.
Oh yeah, this is like the back and forth Viking.
Yeah, the back and
type
forth, which I thought was the greatest thing on the planet when I was a kid. I still think these rides are pretty fun, but yeah, they rethemed it as the Joker at some point. Look at this Joker. Look at how demonic this dude is.
He's laughing. That's
He
the
is.
thing. Like he's not screaming at you. He's laughing at you.
He's scream laughing at you.
Should we each do our impression of what he's doing?
Yeah. Yeah, ours are pretty similar impressions. We both get the same vibe off of this guy. So over here is the Ninja, which was also pretty hot stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I rode this one a few years ago and I had a massive headache afterwards. It is not the smooth coaster that my youth thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah. This is I don't remember when this one opened. 81 or something like that.
Oh, is it that old? All right.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I was
It is
reading
one of
about
the-
how
yeah.
there was a popular DJ here in St. Louis at the time that did a promotion for its opening with like an actual martial arts master.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm like thinking back to the 80s,
Oh, God.
you know,
yeah.
and like how we regarded such things.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to think of probably like how culturally respectful that was.
Oh, not
or was
at
not.
all. Yeah.
It makes me want to like go back and see if I can find news clips.
Yeah.
Not actual tattoos, right? Henna tattoos. Airbrush tattoos.
Aha. Chopsticks. Sorry. Chopsticks.
Oh, that's clever.
Ta-da.
Chopsticks.
But, you know, gives you like, that's about the cultural depth we got going on here, you know?
Six Flags St. Louis opened in 1971.
I was -9.
It was the third of 3 original Six Flags parks. The first one was opened in Texas, and the second one was in Georgia. This is the only Six Flags that was designed in-house, and it is entirely owned and operated by Six Flags, which I think is a sort of unusual arrangement. I think they have partnerships with other theme park companies often.
Yeah, Six Flags in general as a company, I feel like is a little scattershot. We lost a few Six Flags locations not too long ago, correct?
Yeah, I can't verify that, but I don't think many of the theme parks did great through the heart of the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, I want to say Six Flags was hurting before then. Here we go, we got Spin Sanity. And this was definitely not here when I was growing up.
Oh, so this is the kind where you stand up and there's like
Yeah.
a disc and it spins around as it rocks back and forth.
Yeah, and I feel like this Six Flags has kind of done the thing where like I can tell you all the rides that were here when I would come as a kid, like up through the late 90s. But they kind of filled in the gaps with like more like carnival style rides. You know, lower capacity, but you know, still thrill rides. I'm guessing to just kind of take the edge off of the major attraction lines. Spin Insanity kind of feels like one of those.
Got a real Old West feel going on around here.
Yeah, and not everything is open tonight because it's really like a focus on the coasters. This is actually a 5-hour event at 6 to 11, the power hours, as we call them, as Six Flags calls them.
This looks like a water ride.
Yeah, one of those little spin around and blasty things.
Yeah.
It is called the Tsunami Soaker.
Oh, okay.
So I bet that feels awesome in the depths of the summer, which it is not yet. It is May 27th, and it's in the 60s.
Yeah, it's not warm at all. It is hoodie weather at Six Flags
Shall
tonight.
we take a look at some of the
Yeah.
the merch?
Some of the
Yeah.
poo emoji hats.
I remember bringing our son here a few years ago, and he was absolutely obsessed with the squid hats.
Oh, right. Yeah. I think maybe we still have a squid hat
We
somewhere.
do still have a squid hat. He saved up for that thing. He was very proud of that hat. But turns out that turds are in fashion now.
Yeah, that's a lot of
All
poop
colors.
hats.
Yeah, that is a lot of poop hats. I swear there were that many squid hats when we were here. And this hill's gonna be a tough one.
All right.
Yeah, you might have to do all the talking while I head on up here.
Okay. Well, the original Six Flags, the Six Lands of St. Louis, over time got renamed, and I think the land got reallocated. And I think today there are 8 sections of the park. I wouldn't be able to name them all for you, though. But they're more or less, they're pretty similar to what they were when Six Flags originally opened. So, like, you have kind of a French-themed area, you have a Britannia-themed area, there's a Missouri-themed area, a 1904 World's Fair-themed area. If I'm getting these wrong, please correct me in the comments. I'll admit, I don't actually know Six Flags very well. Of all of the theme parks that I have come to more than once, Six Flags St. Louis, I've probably come to the fewest number of times.
Ooh-wee, here we are.
So the River King Mine Train, I think that my info is correct on this. I think the River King Mine Train was one of the original 1971 attractions that opened with this park. And I think the River King Mine Train is a tubular steel roller coaster.
See, do we get a view of it over here past
rental
the
lockers and stuff.
Huh?
And
No,
if
we
you're, here's a pretty view of in between some rides.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're a Disney fan, you know the Matterhorn. But you might not know that the Matterhorn was designed and built by, do you remember the name of the company?
Oh, geez.
Aerodynamics, I think. And Aerodynamics also designed and built the River King Mine Train, which is also a tubular steel coaster track. I believe that the Matterhorn was the very first one of those. And furthermore, I think the Matterhorn was Aerodynamics' first ever project. So I think all my info on that is correct.
I remember, I think my first trip to Six Flags was maybe first grade. So I was right on the cusp of height limits. And I do recall the mine train. That is my only vivid childhood memory.
Of the riding the mine train?
Well,
you got turned away?
Of getting turned away
Yeah.
for height. And you know, we're not talking like tragic tears, but I do remember having to sit outside that ride while my brother and my dad rode.
Oh, that's rough.
But the upside is, while my brother and dad rode, I had my first ever claw game experience.
Okay.
And my mom warned me that you do not, well, actually no one warned me that you don't win every time. I found that out the hard way when I didn't win the first time. But then my mom played a second time and she did win.
Oh, so it like threw your expectation off?
I thought you won 50% of the time.
Yeah.
And I won a little yellow bear that I named Fuzzball.
Oh, okay.
And his head fell off while we were at the park.
Yeah.
And then when we went out to the car to have lunch, my mom sewed Fuzzball's head back.
Oh my goodness, that is so sweet.
All right, so here we got, again, a few like kind of more like wedged in the cracks rides. We got the Boomerang, that loopy coaster back there, which I think we'll get a better view of when we go around.
Okay.
But then the Sky Screamer, which is not running right now, but it's one of those take you up way too high and spin you around on the swings rides.
And then this is a wooden coaster across the way here.
I'm gonna say this is probably Screamin Eagle, but we can confirm because they have a few big wooden coasters here. They also have the Boss.
Yeah, but the Boss is natural wood color. I think
okay.
Screamin Eagle is painted white. And I think Screamin Eagle is an ACE, the American Coaster Enthusiasts, historic landmark. Because I think at the time that it opened, it was the tallest, longest, fastest wooden coaster.
It definitely had some superlatives.
Yeah, there's a claim to fame there. I don't remember exactly what it is.
That was the heavily marketed one when I was growing up. Like if you went, the Ninja was the cool, like metal coaster, and Screamin Eagle. That was the one that the logo was on everything from.
All right, here's Boomerang.
Oh, okay. It's one of the go forward then go backwards coasters. All right, so that's the Boomerang. That's a reversing coaster. And what I was looking at is the Fireball, which is the just spin you upside down in a circle.
Go in a loop.
Yeah. Which again, both of these are since my time here as a kid. In fact, they have really packed a lot of additional attractions into this park.
Yeah, I don't think it opened with that many attractions, and I feel like I don't want to say exact numbers because I don't know, but I want to say they've like tripled the number of attractions since opening day.
That definitely feels right because they had two main coasters. They had Screamin Eagle and Ninja.
Yeah.
They had a good river raft ride, log flume.
I'm a little sad that is it called the Moon Cars?
Yeah.
I think those closed last year.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, I think they were an opening day attraction that made it like all the way through 2021.
Oh, wow. Those were the, I mean, they kept shortening the track. Like,
oh, did they?
They clearly knew that the Moon Cars could not have a lot of real estate. But yeah, it was like the old-timey Autopia of Six Flags.
I feel like old-timey cars were pretty important if you were going to have a theme park.
Oh, yeah. I believe this might be Catwoman Whip.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what we're about to, these people dangling at the top here?
Yep. So
are they like loading on at the bottom and then they whip you?
Yeah, well, yes. So it's kind of like a glorified salt and pepper shaker.
Okay.
So again, it's not like a new concept ride. It is a small footprint ride, but it's definitely like a poop your pantser. So.
Is it even a new ride, or is it just a rethemed existing ride?
It's a good question. I think it's new, but I could be wrong about that. I definitely am not claiming Six Flags expertise, though I have been here quite a few times. Certainly not recently.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with wooden coasters. The Screamin Eagle entrance is down here, and that's a cool sign, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
I feel like you cannot, in your mid-40s, ride in the back car of a wooden coaster. I think you got to go like mid to front. I mean, yeah, this is
it's good, and it has
pretty new to me.
It has a Screamin Eagle has a hairpin turn that definitely made you question whether it was going to hold up.
Yeah.
I believe we will be doubling back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Fun trivia here. The Old Glory Amphitheater down here, so they do, you know, summer concerts and all that. Saw my first concert here.
What was your first concert, Lori?
Warren.
Oh, of Cherry Pie fame?
Yep.
She's my cherry pie.
Yeah. And then in high school, friends would came here and saw Britney Spears, and you know, all the boys were inappropriately old and pervy about it.
Are you saying that I'm inappropriately old and too pervy to go to a Britney Spears concert? But she says she's never going to perform again, which is just fine by me.
Yeah.
But let's say that she were to perform. Is that what you're saying?
Depends on how you carry yourself. Trust me, my high school friends were being pervy.
Okay. I would be pervy.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would call you old and pervy then.
I would also be old.
Yeah. Although she's old too now, so it's a little different. Different power dynamic.
Catwoman whip.
Whip.
Somebody's gonna get whipped.
Maybe. Nobody's getting whipped right now.
Yeah, nobody's gotten whipped at all. It's more like the Catwoman stay still.
Your fate is really in my hands right now, going down these hills. Whee! Doubling back a little bit.
I'm not sure that I have ever ridden one of these carnival-style loop coasters. Have you?
No? I feel like there are no surprises. You know what's going to happen.
It's going to break free and go rolling down the freeway? Probably not.
There goes the boomerang. Those coasters all are fun. I forget, it might have been called the boomerang. They had one of those at Six Flags Magic Mountain too when we lived in California.
Yeah, I want to say it was the boomerang.
Do you think they just sent their boomerang here?
Yeah, they were like, we're done with it.
I mean,
We're going to mail it to you in 400,000 boxes.
I mean, maybe. Like, I remember being shocked the first time I found out that, like, coasters ever moved from, like, one park to the other, you know?
It's going awesome.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
All right, crossing the train tracks.
Okay, should I get up or should we take it at a perpendicular angle this time? Oh, we are.
Oh, dumped you.
Ow.
Thank goodness we have options. Sorry about that.
I'm going to stand up next time.
I'll get better.
Oh,
Maybe. Or I'll
most
dump
of
you.
my ankle is left.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the part that's gone will grow back. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like a lizard tail. Oh, ooh, turkey legs and roasted corn.
I've gotten a turkey leg there before.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. You and I spent a week one day in this little area.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember why we were here.
Probably to ride coasters.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So is this Bugs Bunny Acres?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is closed for this event.
What is it actually called? Do you know?
It is Bugs, but I'll see the sign. But yeah, this is the little kid zone.
Are we allowed in? Like, can we?
I mean, we can roll around, just nothing's happening. It's also the train depot. One of the train depots.
I haven't seen a train going yet.
I don't think the train is going, maybe. Although I love trains.
It would be cool if we could ride a train today. I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to happen though.
Yeah, the little kids zone has definitely stepped up its game from my childhood. I remember distinctly the little kids zone just having a like a roped off portion of asphalt where you could ride those little scooters that you had to wiggle back and forth and make go on their own.
Really?
Yeah.
That's some low rent.
Yeah.
Keep the kids entertained. Kids don't care though.
I
bet it was great.
Oh no, I cared because I couldn't make it work. Like I didn't have the nuance to get it going. And so my brother was just like, he's 2.5 years older than me, and he was just zipping around on that thing, and I kind of prided myself on being able to do anything he could do, and I could not.
You couldn't get the timing right?
It's a golden Bugs Bunny right
there. That is, man, that's sacrilegious.
It is, yeah, that is a golden idol right there.
Can I take your picture with Bugs? I love it.
That's a good Tasmanian devil teacups over there. Little teeny teacups.
Oh, look how little it is. That's adorable.
You know, we brought Walter here when he was this size ride.
Did he ride this ride?
I remember spending a lot of time here with him, and he was probably maybe 3 or 4 perhaps while we were back.
Well, that must be the memory I'm thinking of from this area then, yeah.
Yeah, because when you have a 3-year-old, sometimes you just spend like 2 hours in an area eating a turkey leg.
Yeah. Oh, he was such a picky eater. Yeah, we got him the turkey leg because.
Well, and then we just let him run around on this little playground over here.
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam blasting off his guns.
Yeah, maybe it's time to retire the guns.
Maybe we get him some. I don't know. What should we give him instead?
Walkie-talkies,
Walkie-talkies.
From E.T.
Oh, it is still called the Old Glory Theater. Look at that.
We got the tugboat tailspin.
And
man, we got this barf thing.
That's a barf
spinning over here.
Yeah. And then look at the teeny little roller coaster. That's Pandemonium. Yeah, that's Pandemonium.
And then we got Fort Fun.
Yep.
Which
no fun today.
I don't know a lot about history, but I do remember the Battle of Fort Fun from history class, when Bugs and the gang had to defend Fort Fun against marauders.
Something. I'm sure it was racist.
Probably.
No, we got Foghorn.
Hi.
Hello.
Doing well, thank you.
Foghorn Leghorn National Park Railway.
Okay.
Teeny train. Teeny train.
Trains are fun.
Yeah. All right, I think that only takes me to the theater over there.
Okay.
Where
does this way go?
You know, I'm gonna double back because
okay.
We'll get back to you, I think.
We will?
You know what? Let's see what happens down this fun little walkway.
Okay. That guy was wearing an American Coaster Enthusiast shirt.
Nice.
I call this the secret walkway of Six Flags. It's
really
it's one of those lesser known secrets.
Yeah, I guess we had either just moved here or were visiting when we brought our son Walter, who was quite little at the time here. But he was tall enough for Pandemonium. But he did not know what he was getting into. He was trying to impress an older friend of the family. And man, I've never heard him scream that way.
It was a memorable experience. It still comes up.
He's still proud of it. I mean, he was not happy about it at the time, but he is very proud that he wrote it. And I bet if he looked at Pandemonium now...
Are you kidding me with this ride up here? It's the same as the barfy one I was talking about, but you just dangle your feet.
They're all barfy.
So this is the one that just flings your shoes off?
Yeah.
It's called the shoe flinger. This carousel is not looking good.
It's the Grand Ole Carousel. Wow, that is like some defunct land right there. Look at this thing.
That is creepy. Let me get up.
Yeah.
This is creepy and abandoned.
Yeah, most people would, Disney would drop some tarps, but Six Flags
Six Flags like, hey, you know what?
You know what? You can handle it. This is reality.
You're adults.
The grand old carousel.
Man,
Do
I
you
wonder
think
if that
they're
thing's coming
remodeling,
back ever.
or is that it's
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
refurbishment, but it's not looking
No.
anywhere near
no, that is
even really getting started. So
no, and it's
I take it back. There's a sawhorse in there.
and a ladder.
Okay, so the boss.
There's
This is the one
boss.
that's like the other wooden. That's like
And-
the natural wood one.
And you know it's for real because they got like a King Kong style gate.
Portcullis.
Yeah, that. Ooh, it even has a drawbridge. So,
I know that word from The Princess Bride.
oh, I see. Let's get a closer look at the boss.
Oh,
shall
it's
we?
the Supergirl ride is the foot dangler.
Oh yeah.
This is a relatively new addition, I
Yeah,
think.
and I'm telling you, it falls in that category of what can we stick here?
Yeah.
And the answer is something that will make you barf.
And here, of course, we have the historic St. Louis Gateway Arch.
Right, yeah. Also undergoing refurbishment. All right, so here we are. That's about as close as you can get to the boss. They just kind of run this one into the hills.
I like the sign.
Yeah. off to the side. And indeed. You know, it's early in the season. Yeah, it really does just run through the trees. I always kind of like the coasters that just take you through the woods.
I'm feeling like I want to ride some coasters.
Yeah,
Or at least one.
totally. What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
The
Maybe
boss? The Screamin' Mimi?
I might do Screamin' Eagle. I might do the boss. I want to do the Mine Train one.
Oh yeah.
You're doing a great job pushing
Thank
this
you.
wheelchair, Lori.
Thank you. I should specify it's not just because you want a smooth ride, so your back feels good.
My back is 45, same age as me. And turns out backs are not designed super awesome, human ones.
Yeah, we
A
didn't.
lot of us have trouble with them, including me. So for walking around theme parks, I typically don't do it on foot. Sometimes, not all the time though.
All right, Supergirl Skyflyer
Oh, okay.
is the name. Kind of sexy.
Yeah. She's kind of buff.
Yeah. Heading into some Midway madness.
Did you play the Midway games when you were a teen?
You know, my parents would allow one or two. And I know now why only one or two, because they've always been pretty pricey. Our son, a big fan of the Midway games. Oh my gosh, they have an entire Mario prize booth, which that was back in our Knott's Berry Farm going days. That was his kryptonite, was the Mario toys. Oh my gosh, they got like a penguin Mario. I think Walter would regress if he saw this booth right now and be like, I must play till I win. And it's the most impossible game. It's the get the softball to stay in the tub that's at a weird angle. Oh, and they got Pokemon. Yeah. Walter would be all about these prizes. Angry Birds. They're hitting all the good franchises when it comes to the prizes. Except everyone only wins like a limp little off-brand snake.
I feel like this park had Scooby-Doo until recently, but doesn't anymore, maybe?
Oh, it doesn't? It did, but it doesn't?
I think so. I haven't seen any Scooby-Doo stuff. Have you?
No, I have not.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Exactly. Taste of the thrills, Drew.
Okay.
I mean, if you dare.
Well, this is awfully colorful. It's really pretty.
It is.
It's terrifying looking to me.
Yeah.
This is the ride of my nightmares.
Oh,
Oh my god. You'd probably ride it, right?
I'll ride them all.
Like it just doesn't bother you, or like it does bother you, but you just don't care?
It doesn't bother me. That might change, you know. I'm getting older, and it's been a while since I purposefully went on all the spins. But I'd say if Walter, whoever I was with, wanted to, I'd go on any of these. I probably wouldn't choose to wait on my own. Oh, and here I'm going to turn us around. We can get the front shot of Pandemonium here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like I said, in Walter's mind, this is the baddest roller coaster on the planet. But, you know, watching it now, I'm like, well, that just looks kind of soothing. And here we're getting the still dry backside of, I think it's called Thunder River here. But you know what I'm talking about. The big river raft ride.
Oh, the log flume?
No, like the actual, not the log flume, but the big circle boats.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Like Kali River Rapids, but...
Yeah.
Oh, look, they have a low sensory room. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. Definitely another thing that was not here when I was a kid. A low what?
Low sensory?
No, I mean, that's what...
Right, that's what they would
say. In the 80s, people would have been say what?
Your acting was so convincing.
I know. Oh, here we go. It's the Excalibur. The rainbow spinny. Alrighty.
So this is Excalibur.
Yep. This is the, I don't know what's sword-like about it.
Yeah, well,
but
I guess that does sort of look like a sword.
But it's like painted to look like wood.
Yeah. I don't know, Lori.
I don't, I'm just gonna go with it, and that's okay. All right, here is their giant wheel, Colossus, I think.
The Ferris wheel?
The Ferris wheel.
I think it's just called the Grand Carousel.
Is that it? I thought it had a
I think it's been renamed
name.
several times throughout the years, but I think it just sort of reverted to Thunder River, Lori. That's the
Thunder River. Okay, I was right.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, in my mind, every giant inner tube ride like that is named Thunder River because that's what I grew up with.
Fury of the Nile was the Kansas City Worlds of Fun version.
Oh, it is called Colossus. Okay, all right. My memories
you're doing great.
kicking in here.
And I
need to stop questioning myself. We got Miss Kitty's Saloon behind us. Wouldn't be a theme park without a saloon show.
Yeah, really.
But it is not running. Not right now today. More capes and poo pads.
Yep. Buy one cape, get one cape free. At these prices, Lori.
Yeah. And this is the main train depot. Like I said, haven't seen or heard a train yet, so I think we're out of luck. And I'm gonna double back just a little bit to take us on the next leg of the park.
Okay. Ooh, squishmallows.
Oh,
that's cute.
Those are fun. Got my niece Squishmallow for her birthday.
Is that what the kids are squishing these days?
Yeah, they are.
Squishmallows?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a fun little greenery archway.
Yeah. We riding Colossus today?
Oh my God, no. There's so many rides that I would do before any carousel. Or Ferris wheel, I mean.
Some lights and butterflies in here, brighten things up. I remember as a kid coming through these tunnels, and in the summer they have the mega fans on.
Oh yeah, sure.
Which that's really all I remember of Six Flags as a kid was how hot it always was.
This is cute.
Yeah. What am I smelling? They're cooking up something down here.
It's probably food.
Yeah.
I think they're cooking up a fog machine over here.
Nice. dance party later. Yeah, this is a nighttime event, so the sun will be down in an hour or so. And
this is like, what do they call this? Like DC Plaza or something like this?
And this is Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, this is the entrance to Mr. Freeze.
Yep.
And then you've got the DC, the big bullet logo here in the center. And then the Hall of Justice here is like the...
Yeah, is this like the Battle for Metropolis or something?
Oh, is this a ride?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see. Is this it? Battle for Metropolis? What's it actually called? Does it say here? Yeah, Justice League Battle for Metropolis 4D. So it's one of the ride-through shooty rides with 3D, but like water spits on you type of deal.
Oh, I got a scrambler style ride over here.
We do have a scrambler, and the scrambler, I've been talking about all these rides that got wedged in over the years. Scrambler, always been there. I have a photo of me on that scrambler in first grade. I guess that first trip I was talking about. I have a photo from. Legit shock and delight on my face in that photo.
That's cute.
And I wonder if they still do. They used to have one of the like octopus rides around here too. It was called Momo.
Shazam.
Momo the monster.
Shazam.
Who doesn't love a scrambler?
Me.
Really?
Yeah, you just get smashed.
I love scramblers.
I'm such a wet blanket when it comes to rides though, because like if there's any discomfort, I'm like, I'm out! And they're all a little a little uncomfortable.
Kind of the point of most of them at this point. The old, I love that it's just called the log flume.
Right.
Most of them are like, actually, I bet I'm wrong. I bet it's called like American Thunder or something like that. But
the log flume?
Yeah.
No, it's the log flume.
Okay, it is just called the log flume. No wonder I grew up calling things such simple names.
I mean, I think that this might have been an opening day attraction.
Yeah, I believe it. Got a game room over here. Again, gigantic Mario prizes. Oh, okay, it's just a bank of claw machines.
Yeah. Crane game
with like
station.
2 sad Among Us toys left. Oh, no log flume yet. Nothing with water yet. And I wonder how quickly that's gonna change. I feel like Memorial Day, the water's gotta start flowing. Better turn on their hoses. A lot to fill. Oh, and here's American Thunder, another wooden coaster. If I recall correctly, a pretty legitimately terrifying one.
Doesn't seem to be running.
No, it does not seem to be running. Yeah, in fact, you're right. Where this wooden fence is right here, this was the moon cars.
Yeah, here's the cars. And they're just gone.
Cars.
Yep. That's right, because it would go like underneath
you under it, yeah.
the supports of this.
Like I said, it used to actually be a pretty huge track, and then at some point it got kind of cut in half.
Do you think I can get a peek?
Maybe.
No, it's too tall, right?
No, you could get your phone over that. What do you see, camera? What do you see? We'll find out later.
Yeah, I can't see it, so we don't know.
Yeah, we're just tiptoeing up and shoving the gimbal over the fence, so our viewers will have to tell us what's over that fence. Leave us a comment. What's over the fence? But yeah, the moon cars, like I said, they cut the track pretty much in half to let it go under that not new anymore, coaster, American Thunder. And then now it's just gone. Oh, caricatures. You know, the most famous names of our time. Flo, the St. Louis Cardinal.
Is that the Beebs on the left?
Beebs. Then who do we have?
Ron Burgundy and Vito. Wait, is that his name? Vito Corleone? Vito Corleone?
Sounds right.
It's you know, Marlon Brando from The Godfather.
Is that supposed to, what do we got? Is that Miley?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Miley deserves better. All right, and this is when you're like wrapping back around to the front, and that ice cream place. Deep memories of that, because that's where all the waffle cone smells.
Oh, the smells
And
come from there. Yep.
That's when the line, you know, the park's closing, and all of a sudden the waffle cone place has the line wrapping around the block.
Yeah. What do you think's in the picnic grove? I don't think we're allowed there right now, but you think that's just like picnic tables and stuff where if you bring your own food, you can hang
I want
out?
to say it's just a quiet place to go sit sometimes. Or maybe not at all. Oh yeah, no, I see some picnic tables back there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh hey, squid hats. Don't worry, they're not all
Oh,
gone.
good.
All right, this takes us back to the front, but I'm gonna loop us back through a plaza we haven't come through yet.
Okay. What of the 1904 classic foods do you consider yourself a connoisseur of? You get your hot dogs.
Yeah. Are corn dogs a 1904?
I don't think so.
They don't claim corn dogs.
Maybe just hot dog.
Just hot dog. All right.
Ice cream?
Waffle cones?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, that'd be like originally what it was, probably.
Yeah. I feel like I was led to believe pretty much any classic carnival food came from the 1904 World's Fair.
You feel like growing up in St. Louis, that was the default answer.
Yeah.
Where did
Oh, nice save a
Did you know that was invented at the 1904 World's Fair?
Right.
Like no matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
The Palace? I
Yep.
don't know anything about this building.
Yeah, that's always has different shows. I couldn't tell you what's going on.
Oh, it's a
this
theater.
year. Yeah, it's a theater.
Okay.
Oh, and hey, there's one of the moon cars.
Oh, cool. Can I get a picture of you in there?
Yeah.
I don't think these kids are going to get out of it.
No,
though.
they live there.
That's okay.
That's fine. They're cuter than we are. Instead of Dole Whip, we're advertising Dole fruit cups.
Yeah, just get a fruit cup. It's basically
Whatever,
the same.
thing. Your kids will love it just as much.
Do you get the feeling that line of sight was not like a huge priority here?
No, yes, I do get that feeling.
I feel like surrounded by fences and buildings a lot.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is the question I always have with like Disney parks is, oh, do they have more land to build on? Because if so, they're going to keep doing that, and they do. They just keep expanding their parks. Here, They just kind of keep putting more in between things
Yeah.
or like retrofitting other things. But here's the thing. This is Missouri. Land costs nothing. And this is literally just sitting in the middle of trees.
I actually know something about this.
Okay, tell me.
They originally had 500 something acres here in Eureka.
Okay.
I read that this was not their first choice. It was something like their 15th choice.
Okay.
And
in the St. Louis area or like in the Midwest?
like in the Midwest. I don't know what the other choices were.
Okay.
I do know that at some point in the 90s, I think,
You want me to keep rolling you over cobblestone while you try to talk?
they sold off like 250 acres. So they still have like maybe like 50 acres of undeveloped land or something.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on this full walking tour of Six Flags St. Louis. If you ever find yourself in the Midwest and at Six Flags St. Louis, Lori, what ride should you definitely not miss?
The Screamin Eagle.
There you have it.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, it would be awesome if you would strike that like.